Before I get into the video today, I want to mention that I'll be using Beebeecraft art supplies today that I received for free by joining their YouTube program. So if you're a YouTuber with more than 100 subscribers and you want to try their products and then make videos about them, join their YouTube program. I left a link in the description below along with links to the supplies that I'm using today. I told you that I'll be trying these metallic markers on some black paper. And today I also wanted to talk to you about some struggles that artists sometimes face, and if you sometimes feel like this, know that you're a true artist and don't worry. Not only there's a cure for all that ails you, but it only takes some of your time and your life energy. There comes a time in an artist's life, whether you're a practicing artist or an aspiring artist or a blocked artist, where you have to consider long and hard why you do what you do and what direction you're moving towards. And many people have such great clarity, they just know, I'm an oil painter and I paint portraits, or I'm a singer or a photographer. But for some of us who have so many passions or not enough time to pursue the big one, it can feel like a genuine existential crisis when time seems crunched and you feel like maybe you haven't accomplished as much as you wanted in your life. Or even worse, start comparing your progress to other people's progress. And to make things worse, you've got a very active inner critic. Maybe that's a relic of your mom's voice that is never satisfied with whatever progress you're making. From your vantage point, the progress seems small and paltry. Whoop-de-doo, you finished the painting. Okay, what's next on the list? In this day and age, it's fairly easy to fall into the comparison trap, as you can just open up Instagram or YouTube and see so many amazing artists out there and
art that is on another level.
And those videos, sometimes they can be very inspiring, but let's be honest, sometimes they can leave you feeling a bit inferior and unaccomplished. And that voice alternates with probably another version of your mom's, that part that wants to keep you safe from failure, keeping you in your comfort bubble, that dead, still place where no growth happens because you're not risking the bad feeling of a messy beginning. And at times, it feels like you're in the beginning for an extended period of time. Growth feels so slow, and it feels like you're always growing. But that's actually a good thing, because you are always growing and there's nothing that's actually worth pursuing than growth. It's all about adding on, doing the thing, and seeing success happening slowly under your eyes and knowing there is no finish line. We'll never get there because it's never done. It's a process of constant evolution. We are constantly evolving. That's why you can't get it wrong. We're in for the long ride, my friend. Here's the thing. Do you ever feel like a fraud? Like, even when someone compliments your art, and many people may love your art, you may still feel like it's not great. Like, there's better art out there and you're not as good as you're perceived. Like, maybe people will find out that you're not as good as they think. Well, let me tell you something. This feeling might never go away. I've heard professional artists that are very advanced in their careers having these very thoughts and feelings. My friend, who is an art teacher, may sometimes talk, and she acknowledges that sometimes she feels like she has no idea what she's doing. And isn't that a little weird? So it seems like we have a little bit of discomfort with where we are because we have a sense of the horizon just up ahead, our next upgrade that we are on our way towards, and we, as impatient little humans, we feel a bit incomplete. It's only because growth is happening right now. Every time I opened the book and felt both inspired and humbled by someone else's work, I looked at my own crappy work and committed myself to improve. You know, it was uncomfortable, it hurt a lot and took many hours of practice, but it was one step up the ladder. And that's how growth happens. Just one little step at a time, one day at a time, one session at a time. Every single time that you get closer to figuring out what you love, what your style might be, every single thing that ignites a passion and a fire in you, that is success and is a gift from the universe, a gift that you worked hard for. I think we can all benefit from more inspiration and universal energy flowing through our beings. After all, what is creativity but the divine flow, an upload of information and truth that comes to us, through us, for us to share with the world? And that's why I'm giving another try to following the 12-week course with the brilliant book The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. I started the course a few times, but for some reason I often abandoned it after 3 or 4 weeks. This time, my friend Susanna Skies, check out her YouTube channel in the description below, invited me to start the course to unblock whatever blocks I might still have and fully awaken the artist within. In really broad strokes, it contains a few staple practices like the morning pages, which are 3 full pages of pure stream of consciousness, not necessarily poetic or even interesting, but more of a brain dump. And you see, this action of dumping your brain is really beneficial in that it makes you come face to face with yourself and your thoughts and your repeating thoughts. So repeating questions day after day, constant bickering about one specific topic, fears, hopes and dreams, they all go on the page. And honestly, how many days can you keep witnessing yourself complain about a thing before you feel compelled to do something about it? They're very helpful. This sort of writing gives you clarity, and clarity is the foundation of your dreams. Although I haven't gone through the 12-week course in the past, I've not abandoned the morning pages. They have helped me tremendously over the years. Another staple practice is the artist date, which is basically taking yourself on a weekly date, a couple of hours in a specific day only for yourself. Taking a bath, a long walk, a trip to the float studio, a movie just for you, whatever. Time to play. This time nurtures your inner child, which is the artist within. This is harder than it seems. I feel like I always seem to get out of the artist state. Something more important always seems to encroach upon it. Some important duty or other. But it's a nurturing gesture that's meant just for you. Because we take care of business all the time. We should care for the caretaker every now and then, isn't it so? There are other tasks meant to be done every week for 12 weeks that invite you to know yourself better, understand your own wants and needs, and be more able to satisfy your joy without needing other people's approval or validation. To know your inner self, to know the stronger part of you, to feel the connection with the universe and let those ideas flow through you. If that's not empowering, I don't know what is. So I'm inviting you to join us in doing the 12-week course together, and we'll be sharing our experience and keeping each other accountable in the Facebook group that Susanna created. Check out her video about creativity. You will indubitably get inspired by her bright personality and style. So maybe you're wondering about today's art theme, and I think you're going to see more aliens and alien planets and weird stuff like this coming from this channel in the next few weeks. And let me know what you think about it. I think that a great source of inspiration comes from our own childhood, and I can remember being thoroughly fascinated about all sorts of supernatural things as I was growing up. And lately, I've been fantasizing somewhat liberally about it. Daydreams. That's where inspiration comes from. Also, July 2nd is the International Alien and UFO Day, so I thought that it fits the timeline of our times. So if you've enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, and if you're new here and want to see more of this kind of art videos, mystery art box unboxings, and live streams where you can draw or paint along with me, click that subscribe button too.
No price.